now we have our 2 gridded papers. It's time to start drawing. So the first thing I suggest that you do is go in with a pen, and we want to start outlining our face. Find the contour lines, because that's what we're going to be transferring over. So go in with a pen, and this is just going to help you see where the lines are going to fall on the grid. So do your best, go slowly. And we're not really worried about the shadows. We just want to look at where the lines are. There's my nose. If you mess up a little bit, it's not a huge deal. So if you're like, wait, there's no line on my face right here, it's where the 2 values meet. So where you have a dark value and a light value, that's gonna create that little smile line right there. And now I'm gonna go in and do my lips. We're looking for the very obvious things on our face. So our big features like our eyes, nose, pupils, irises. Because all this stuff in here is going to be all colored in. It's not going to matter too much. So for your eyebrows, don't worry about going and doing every hair. Just look at the outline of the brow. And if you forget something, it's not a huge deal. But I'm going to go in and do outside of my hair. Hair doesn't have to be perfect. I'm gonna do my shoulders. Oh, that's not my shoulder. All right. From here, we want to start transferring over our image. So just like Battleship, you want to start at the top left corner and work your way kind of down. So if I'm looking right here at A1, there's nothing in here, nothing. Then right at B3, here's B3, that's where a tiny bit of my head starts to get put in each square. So these little squares are gonna help you draw your image in proportion. So instead of giving you your image and then telling you to draw it, which could be overwhelming, you're gonna look at each little square and you're gonna draw what's in the square. So here is my B3. I can see that this line is just barely cutting like this. I suggest using pencil for this. Do not use pen, please. And now over at B4, that line continues and then cuts up at the top. And then just a little bit on the A4. And then let's look at A6 right here. So if we were to kind of even cut this in half again, that's a good trick too. So if you're like, I don't even know where it goes, I'm confused. If you start to cut things half again, we know that that little point on my head is actually kind of right there. So start looking at where it falls in the grid, and that's how you're gonna know where to put it on the paper. So continue here. I'm just gonna jump to the eyes real quick. So my eye right here, here's row E, column 4. Okay, so here's E4. I know that my eye kind of cuts, again, if I were to cut this in half, it's kind of on the top right corner. E4, I'm gonna and then it kind of swoops over to the next column 5. So just follow the contours and see where they fall on the grid. go lightly, because if you're gonna mess up, you can erase, and just kind of continue. Sometimes it helps to put little points on your drawing. So I know that if I were to put this point on my lip, the lower part of the bow on my lip, I'm gonna drop that right there. And then the top part kind of comes up like that. And then right at the end of this line right here, I'm going to drop that little point. So just see where the line intersects on the grid. That usually helps. So then you can kind of go in and connect the dots. All right, so that's the start. So you're gonna do the whole face.